Hey viewers, hey subscribers, and welcome back to my channel, Aquarius Tarot. For those of you guys who are new to the channel, welcome. To my returning subscribers, welcome back, you guys. So we are back at it for another live stream. I wanted to be here, I wanted to be on time, so here we are. Sagittarius, I'm gonna post y'all's reading when I get off of here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna post y'all's reading when I get off of here. Okay, so if you have Sagittarius placements, y'all's reading will be posted. It's already done. It's already edited. I just have to upload it. But sometimes the internet acts a little funky, so it's hard to upload sometimes. But if you're a Sagittarius, your reading will be posted after the live stream. So Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. I'm gonna try to knock y'all out tonight too. I'm gonna see what I can get done, okay? No promises, but I feel like Capricorn and maybe Aquarius, I might be able to get y'all's tonight. We'll see. Once I'm done with love readings, ciao. I'm not doing love readings for a while. Do you hear me? So going forward, which is I'm super excited to talk about, you guys, because like I did my if you didn't see it, I did my walkthrough of my newest oracle deck, my shadow work oracle deck, spiritual blockages. And I put a lot of time and effort into this deck because it's really personal to me, because there were questions that I literally asked myself in a lot of situations to help me move forward and grow from, you know, self-sabotage and having healthier friendships, healthier connections with people, that type of thing. So I'm really excited about this deck. I have one on hand. It is available on my Etsy shop. I'll be placing a bulk order once I get enough people to order on the Etsy shop. So I will post the link in the community tab of my channel. So make sure if you're not subscribed that you subscribe and turn on your notifications, okay? I also have one of my tarot decks, and I'm going to get back into a tarot class. We were doing major arcana. We were studying the major arcana, but I dropped the ball, y'all. So my apologies, because I hadn't quite found that balance between what I want to do and what I kind of have to do, you know, like work and then tarot. Tarot is something I do in addition. So once I finally got the hang of it, I was like, oh, now I can get back into my tarot classes, you know? So, so we're going to get back into the tarot classes, and then also collective readings. I'm trying to think, I might phase out the zodiac sign readings for a little while and just really get more into collective readings, and like do every other month, like zodiac signs 1 month, collectives 1 month, like that. Do it like that. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Excuse me. Also, too, for those who are new to the channel, my prices have changed. They have gone up a little bit. Just a little bit. So anybody coming in, wanting a reading, I want y'all to be aware of that. Hang on a second. But I wanted to talk a little bit about self-sabotage, because it happens a lot. Self-sabotage and being disciplined, which I started to talk a little bit about it last night, but I started doing readings, and then and then the chat went out the door. So being consistent and being disciplined, you know what I mean? It takes a certain amount of discipline and consistency to accomplish any goal. And then we've got self-sabotage, because sometimes we sabotage ourselves because we're mentally lazy, physically lazy. We feel like we don't have enough. Hi, Anna. We feel like we can't do it. We're lacking the self-confidence. I'm good, love. How are you? Whatever the case may be, you know, we have the insecurities, the fears that we deal with all the time. And so it causes us to sabotage our goals, you know, achieving our goals. And so when you do that, you hold yourself back from what it is that you really want. And so I wanted to talk about a little bit setting your goal and having a plan, like having a plan to achieve that goal. Yes, you can manifest, but remember, faith without works is dead. So if you don't put in the work, you can't expect the result. It's kind of like, it's the same concept as, you know, you get up and go to work every day and do whatever it is that you do, and you receive a check in return, right? Well, if you don't put in the work, you don't put in the hours, you can't expect a check, right? Or you only work 2 days, you can't expect a 40-hour check, you know? Hey, Ricky. Hey, Reeks. Hey, Reeks. So really, it all boils down to being disciplined enough to put in the work, right? To accomplish the goal that you want to set out to accomplish, whatever that goal may be. Being consistent and having the discipline to do it, you know? And that could be with anything. That could be raising your credit score. That could be paying off debt. Like, you have to have a plan of action to actually get it done and see it, you know what I mean, coming to fruition. In order for it to work, we collective, we have to be consistent, and we have to be disciplined. And sometimes in the process it gets hard because, like, for example, if you're on a weight loss journey, you're gonna go through some withdrawals because maybe you have an addiction to caffeine, or maybe you have an addiction to snacking. So now you're gonna have to replace that with something healthy, with a healthy habit. You see what I'm saying? I'm sorry, love. What's the question? Thank you for the super chat. What's the question, love? Hey, Tasha, love. How are you? Better yet, Anna, the question probably should be worded a little differently. You're welcome. Yes, I'm trying to practice what I preach, and I'm trying to be consistent and on time. So, I've been trying to start at 7 o'clock, if not a few minutes early, but I've been trying to be here. I do it for the fam, for the soul tribe. So, Spirit, is there a possibility that Anna's person might call her before she travels? Is there a possibility he might call her? If you're new to the channel, please make sure you thumbs up the live stream, please. And thank you guys so very much. Much love to you. And shout out to everyone who participated in last night's live stream. Much love to you and sending you love, okay? Let's see what we got here. Hey, Happily. Okay, so let's see. What's the possibility of Anna's person calling before she goes? Here was the possibility. We got there's definitely a high possibility here, Anna. There's a high possibility that he might reach out. He might reach out, but I know this is going to probably sound weird to you. But if he doesn't know that you're leaving, or even how long you're going to be gone, hey, love, you might want to reach out to him and let him know. Yeah. Thank you, happily. Yeah. And actually, my prices have increased a little bit. So I'm going to put the new prices. I'm going to put the new prices up for y'all so you can see them. It just went up just a little bit. I'm going to put the new prices up for y'all so you can see them. It just went up just a little bit. Okay. Yeah. There's definitely a possibility, Anna, that he might reach out to you. That's a high possibility. But if you haven't heard from him in a while and you're about to relocate somewhere and you still have feelings for this person, you might want to be the person to reach out. Because he might not, especially if he's unaware that he might never see you again, or, you know what I'm saying, that you're moving, relocating. I mean, that's a big step. And I think that somebody who's not in consistent communication with you, thank you, happily, love. Someone who's not in consistent communication with you, it's even when you move, it's still going to be if they weren't already consistent. Oh, you're fine, Aisha, love, you're fine. I knew you would be here. I knew you'd be here. What was I gonna say? Even if the person has not been consistent with you a lot of this time, Anna, there's no sense in guessing or wondering, because he's already showing you where his mindset is. It's not with you. Because if it was, he wouldn't go this long without, see what I'm saying? Without contacting you. Does that make sense? Right? That's like, I'm not going to go an entire week without calling my mother because we just have that connection. You know what I mean? It just won't happen. Or I'm not going to, like, even my person, he's not going to go a whole week without calling me, or me without calling him, because we have that connection. You see what I'm saying? We love each other enough, care about each other enough to make sure that we're okay, make sure that we don't need anything, that type of thing. See what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. Ricky, come here. Come here. So, you see what I'm saying? So, if it were me, I honestly wouldn't care too much, because the fact that you're leaving, you don't want, how can I put this? Spirit, please give me the words to say. Father, give me the words to say. You don't want to have to constantly chase someone down. It's almost like he wants you to chase him down to see if he's got feelings, or if he wants, hey, Ricky Poo, don't bite. No bites. To see if he wants this connection, or, you know what I mean? Like, if he has emotions for you. That doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Now, to other people, it might, but it doesn't make sense to me. If I'm in a relationship with you, I shouldn't have to guess or be confused as to where we stand. Let me say this, ladies. If you are confused, that's a red flag. If you do not know where you stand and you have to guess and wonder and him and haw, and he's him and haw, and if you ask him, well, what are we? where is this relationship headed? Where do you see us in the next 3 months, 6 months, a year? He can't give you a solid answer. Drop him. Let me tell you why. Because if he's already starting out unsure, Ricky, hang on, y'all. Come here. No. No. Come here. Come here, bud. Come here. You're doing too much. Come here. I need to talk to you. Come here. Benny. Okay. You're right. That's what I'm saying now. Did you hear what I said? I said drop him. That's what I would recommend. Because like you said, if he cared, then you shouldn't have to chase him down. That's exactly what I'm saying. After whatever happened, you're moving, you're leaving. He has no idea because you guys don't talk, right? Because he's entertaining someone else, possibly. More than likely, that's what's going on. That's why you haven't heard from him. If he really cared, he would be in contact. So just move along with your life, pretty much. Because if he cared, he'd be present. That was my point. But I was saying because you care, you apparently you care because you're asking about him. Because you care, then you probably would want to reach out. Does that make sense? Because you kind of, if you didn't care about him, you wouldn't be asking about him. See what I'm saying? You care to a certain degree. You kind of want to know, there's a part of you that's curious and you want to know, is this, you want to try to confirm it for yourself if he's with someone else or what's going on with him because you still want a relationship with him, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be asking. Hey, y'all. If you're new to the channel, hey and welcome. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. Yeah, if you don't care, then move along. If you care, then you might want to reach out because he may not reach out to you, especially if he's entertaining someone else. Especially. Did I miss anybody, y'all, for readings? Did I miss anybody? I hope I didn't miss anybody. But if you're new to the channel, hey. This goes back to what I was saying last night when I was talking about having the discipline to walk away from what doesn't serve you, right? When you see the red flags, when you see the inconsistent behavior, when you hear the lies, take those as signs. Those are spirit's clues to you. Blue's clues. Sit down in your thinking chair and think. Really think. Think hard. If it were me and I were a guy and I disappeared for however many days, what could I be doing? Why would I disappear when if I'm in a relationship with someone? Why would I disappear? Right? Have the discipline and the wherewithal and the guts to say no. To say nope, block, delete. This is not going to work. Block the number, delete the number. Be done with the whole situation. delete them from social media, block them from social media so they don't have access to you. Right? It's a done deal. Now, I know everybody's not quite like me and, can't just, get over their feelings like that, which is fine. If you have to wean yourself off, start slow. Just block, just delete their name, right? But don't respond to the text. This is why I say delete and block, because some people get tempted. They end up responding to the person or checking on the person's Facebook page, lurking on their Instagram account, their stories, watching their stories. Then they get pulled back into the trap of conversing with this same person who doesn't care about you, but you get right back into square one. We took 2 steps forward. Let's keep it that way. See what I'm saying? Don't go back. Whatever you, just don't go back, because it's a no. It's a no. But anywho, there's a possibility, but I highly doubt that he's going to call you. Especially if there's a possibility that because it's been some time. He may not even be with another girl. But if that's a factor, he probably is not going to call you. Just saying. Men don't think the way we do. They don't. And this was another thing, because I don't know how many of y'all have watched that show. I'm like, it's not funny, but it is funny. You know that show on Netflix, The Tinder Swindler? Simon? We all know Simon, right? There were so many red flags for those women, and they just kept sending them money. Like, he kept lying, saying his enemies was coming after him, and demanding them to send him thousands of dollars every day. Take out a loan. It's fine. Send me the money. I'll pay you back. All these lies consistently. Every day. Every day. No shame. No shame. So, we as a collective of divine feminines, we have to be more alert, more aware, and more assertive in situations. Wait, hang on, because I can't see what you said. Hang on a second. But that's your first clue, Anna. That's your first clue. The moment that you become confused, that's your first red flag right there. The moment that you're unsure, when you had a clear understanding, did you not, that you were in a relationship with the said individual, correct? So the moment that there's confusion, that's the moment we back out. We back out. Because there shouldn't be any confusion. You should know where you stand. He should know what he's done. He should know what he hasn't done. He should be being consistent. If he's not, then why are you there? You see what I'm saying? The moment that you become confused and you don't know how they feel, it's time to have a conversation. Does that make sense? It's time to have a conversation and ask, what's going on here? Because this is confusing. See what I'm saying? Obviously, he doesn't care, because he would have called if he did. That's why I said earlier, if you really care and you want to try to work on this and try to figure it out, I highly suggest you give him a call. Because, he doesn't look like, from the way his pattern has been going, doesn't look like he's going to reach out anytime soon. See what I'm saying? And I'm just being as honest and real about this whole entire situation, because it's foolish. It's foolish that he's gone this long without talking to you, but will claim that you guys are together. You're together. How are we together, sir? Explain that. I'm single, technically, because you're not present. You can't claim a relationship with someone who's not a participant. You see what I'm saying? That's like saying you won a game that you didn't participate in. It makes no sense. Make it make sense. It's always my saying, make it make sense. So at any time that you're confused and you don't know where you are, I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't know. You ask him, I don't know. I don't know where you are. What is this? What is that? Nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It means nothing. So let him go, basically. I mean, unless you care. Then if you care, then you can continue asking, calling, and asking and pleading for an explanation. But really, do you want it? Do you want it? Because he's probably going to say something stupid that you don't want to hear. It's just going to make you even more aggravated. Right? And then you're going to confront him on the girl because you're low-key jealous about that situation. You feel that he could possibly be with someone else. And of course, I mean, with reason, of course you have reason to be, but you don't want that to be the situation. So you're not happy about that. See what I'm saying? So it's like, save yourself the energetic exchange, the waste of breath, the waste of energy, and just cut it off. Walk away. Trust me, there are more men. There are better men on this planet. I can assure you. I can assure you. Great. That's one thing I'm grateful for. Like for every like trashy individual, there's always, there's always a replacement. Like we have the good, the bad, and the ugly. So there's always options. You can always move along. You can always find someone new, someone better, someone different. Right? I don't see him reaching out though. Because I feel like communication is a problem here. If I were you, I would go ahead and pack my pretty little bags to Switzerland and be out of here. He'll figure it out when he can't reach you. But he realizes it then. Yeah. Yeah, free will is the problem here. Free will. You have to understand and accept that, one, everything doesn't require a reaction. He's withdrawn from you, you withdraw from him. Hey, Divine Boo. Free will. Okay? Understand that you have every right to choose what works for you or not. So do others. Respect that. You see what I'm saying? Respect the fact that he has the right to decide that if he doesn't want to reach out to you, he doesn't want to. He doesn't have to. But you keep your life moving. You don't stop living because, well, he's, you know what I'm saying? You don't put your life on hold. Worth. Spirit saying, like, is this even worth it? Is it really worth your time, effort, and energy? Is he really worth that much? How much do you love the man? How much does he love you? Sometimes you just need to let stuff go. Let people go. That's what Spirit said. Because self-love, learn to love yourself as much as you love others. Your feelings and needs matter too. So if you're not getting what you need from this connection, right? Like they tell you in school, when in doubt, see your way out. Confusion. I will continue to repeat this for all of my viewers, all of my subscribers. Confusion is not of the mighty one, okay? It's not. So if you're confused and just are lost and not really sure what to do, take some time, get grounded, meditate, pray, seek answers, seek spiritual guidance. But I can tell you this. Hang on, let me move this over. You asked him exactly what, like what you're typing, it's not making sense. Can you explain it? Because it's not making sense. Yeah, I remember you asked something about it the other day, and even that didn't make sense. I had to get clarity. So can you explain it? It's not making sense. And remember, remember in your reading the other day, I think it was Sunday actually. Remember in your reading the other day, Sunday, when you came in, I told you there's work that needs to be done on both of you guys' part, because you did mention that you guys reconciled, but you also mentioned that you guys had a conflict back to back. So 1 minute you reconciled, the next minute you had a conflict, the next minute you reconciled, the next minute you had a conflict. You see what I'm saying, Anna? So there's shadow work that needs to be done on your end and his end. Because you mentioned his ego getting in the way, but you never said how his ego got in the way. What made you think it was his ego? I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Because he could have issues that he's dealing with and trying to work through, and he may not have expressed that to you. And also too, you have to use your discernment. You have to use your intuition, okay? Clearly, some people are just simply not relationship material. Observe the behavior and see if the behavior and the words are in alignment. If they're not, you can judge from there. Because you can talk to your blue in the face, but if the person is just not relationship material, they're just not relationship material. There's nothing you can say or do to change that. And don't blame yourself from something that's not your fault. Even if he's blaming you, if it's not your fault, then it's not your fault. You see what I'm saying? Even if he's blaming you, it doesn't necessarily mean it's your fault. It could be him gaslighting you or projecting his own insecurities. This is where your intuition has to kick in and say, am I really guilty of these things? Or is he just speaking out of anger? That in and of itself will show you his level of maturity, his level of emotional maturity and responsibility. Because people who don't take accountability for their own actions often tend to blame everyone else for the mishaps and the bad spells and the different things that happen because they themselves don't take accountability. So then they project that onto you. Do you see what I'm saying? So they constantly sabotage the connection because they make it about them. And I just had this horrible childhood and I went through all these things and I've had all these bad relationships. And so now I'm going to act the damn fool now with you and I want you to just put up with it. No, sir. No, ma'am. You're not obligated to do that. You are not obligated to put up with somebody else's trauma. You're not. You're not. So, as I stated earlier, if you're not getting what it is you desire from this connection, he just might be not be the one for you. He might not be the one. Move along. See what I'm saying? Because you're only going to waste your own time sticking around and trying to get an answer, or trying to get an explanation, trying to rationalize his behavior, trying to understand him. I can't tell you the amount of clients I've had who've told me the same sad scenario where, oh, I understand why he behaves this way. We don't care why he behaves this way. It's unacceptable. So are you going to do something about it? Or are you going to continue to enable and allow the behavior by sticking around and entertaining it? You see what I'm saying? There's that. So I hope that helps you moving forward, make a decision. Whatever is best for you, I hope and pray that it all works out exactly the way that you desire for it to work out. Wishing you the best. I hope you have a safe move. And thank you for hopping into my live stream. All right. So back to the topic at hand. I was talking about being disciplined and consistent. The things that we want, we have to be consistent and we have to be disciplined enough to take the time out. We need to take time out to reflect, to look at ourselves, to do inner work, to see where the things that we can work on to improve, whether that's in friendships, relationships, whatever it is. But we have to be disciplined enough to do it. And when we start the work, we got to be consistent. Otherwise, we can't expect a different result if we're doing the same thing over and over again, because that's insanity, right? That's insanity. Anybody hopping into the live stream, if you like a reading, please let us know once you've donated. And please drop a green heart so the moderators know. Okay? Oh, you guys. I wanted to talk about a really powerful topic too. What was it? Discipline. Yes, it was going back to discipline. But I seen this story about, y'all probably know if you've seen it. There was an IG model in Houston she was killed. And a lot of people, of course, they were sending condolences to her family, what have you. But she had an OnlyFans. If you know what an OnlyFans is, you know what I'm talking about, okay? So a lot of people, because there's these other channels on YouTube that cover those types of stories, like homicide, murder, like those types of things, true crime and stuff. So they were covering the story, and people in the comments were talking about how that type of lifestyle, because if you saw her pictures and you saw her profile, right, you would kind of gather what type of lifestyle she was in. And a lot of people in the comment section made great valid points, because because the topic is extremely sensitive, people were feeling some type of way, and they were like, hey, you shouldn't blame the victim for what happened to them. However, someone made a good statement, and they said, it's like going to the beach. I've never been to the beach, by the way. But it's like going to the beach and you see signs posted everywhere. Beware of sharks. And you still jump in the water. Basically, what they were saying was you put yourself in the situation. Not that it's the victim's fault of what happened, because it was tragedy, but that saying, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes? Basically is what that is. Sometimes we put ourselves in harm's way. We put ourselves in stupid situations that could be completely avoided. All because we let our egos get in the way. And I'm tying this into discipline, okay? You have to be disciplined, and you have to teach it to your children too, growing up, to be disciplined, because she was in the lifestyle of strippers, models, that type of stuff. OnlyFans, okay? Nobody ever talks about the dangers of that type of work. Nobody ever talks about the risks of that type of work. Hi, Kelly. How are you, love? You know what I mean? And I know y'all know, most of y'all adults in my live stream, y'all know what I'm talking about. Exactly, Divine. There's a risk that comes with that lifestyle. The thing is, the reality of it is that that type of lifestyle is glorified. That type of lifestyle is glorified. And so you have rappers, you have female rappers. Y'all seen that old movie, The Players Club? You had Trina, you got Lil Kim, you got Cardi B, you got Megan Thee Stallion. You see what I'm saying? Cash Doll. You got City Girls. You got all these people promoting this OnlyFans type of lifestyle. Get him for his money. Go out here and do this and turn tricks and do this and do that. Now, if you are under the age of 18, this is the time for you to click off my live stream. Okay? Because I'm not screening what comes out. Oh yeah, absolutely, Divine. And it's like you have to have enough discipline in your life to say there's better ways for me to make a living. I don't want to make a living off of stealing from a man or trying to milk him of his money, because there, like you said, there's a price to pay. It can backfire. They even have documentaries of prostitutes who have talked about near-death experiences with Johns because they get angry, something happens. That is crazy. That is crazy, Divine. That is very crazy, because you've had people who've been in that line of work and they can tell you some scary stories where they almost didn't make it out because things happen. When you're doing that type of stuff, things happen. But everybody, it's like the society, like social media and stuff like that, they push this behavior. Oh, go and get surgery and go and get the BBL and go and get the breast augmentation and go and get your face done and dress like this, be like this. So guys can come to you and they're gonna give you money. They're gonna give you money. They're gonna buy you the Birkin bags. They're gonna buy you the Chanel, the Dior. They're gonna do all of these things. This is all superficial stuff. If your life is gone, what does that matter? If your life is taken from you, what does that matter? That's what people fail to realize. You're out here tricking and you're out here doing all these other things for materialistic things, for money that you could get in a different way. It might take you longer if you go to school, graduate, get a degree. I get that. But it's a lot safer than being on the street. It's a lot safer than an OnlyFans. It's a lot safer than being on the catwalk. I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Being on the stripper pole. It's a lot safer. That's why even when you go into those clubs, they have to have security. They have to have bouncers. They have to have, because it's dangerous. Every time that line of work, it's always dangerous. And I'm just like, why? What makes people, like, what I don't understand, and I guess because, like you said, Divine, I've never lived that life, I don't understand what makes somebody like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be. It's like it's almost like people literally have to change themselves. Exactly. Yeah, you literally have to change yourself to fit an image that is not you. That is not you. And so no wonder, like you said, a lot of those people who go into that, into that line of work are really sad, really depressed, because that's not what, honestly, deep down inside, a lot of people, I don't think it's not something that they want to do, nor are they proud of. That's what I was thinking too, because people, it's, you know, they glorify like, oh yeah, girl, if you start stripping, you can make 2,000-3,000 a night, depending on where you are. And it's like, but is that worth my life though? You have perverts out there. You got people watching. How you know they don't watch you on your way home? How you know? How is it safe? Like, my only thing my mind can think is safety first. Safety first. It's dangerous. The lifestyle is dangerous. And yes, although that woman's life, the loss of her life was tragic, it's like, if you go into that field, you know what I'm saying? If you go into that field of work, it's a risk. Hey, Queen. It's a risk. So it's like, in everyday life, you have to have enough discipline to say, I want to make enough money to take care of what I need. Oh, really, Divine? I did not know that. That makes sense, though. That makes sense, though. But even with that, there's risks. Those things go wrong. Those things go wrong. Well, we're glad you made it, love. But those things go wrong. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, how do you teach your children, your young daughters, young women, like, listen, that looks cute. It's rapped about. It's in songs. It's on TV. It's on social media. You don't need an OnlyFans. It's not cute. Right. It's not cute. It's not cute. And it comes with certain consequences. Yeah, you might be able to afford to buy, you know what I'm saying, the latest clothes and, you know, Prada and Birkin and all this other stuff, Chanel and all these other name brand things, because you're out here selling your body to do so. And that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what OnlyFans is. People like to cover it up and sugarcoat it. It's an OnlyFans. No. Let's be clear. These are clients. They're paying clients. Because you have to pay for the membership of the OnlyFans. You have to pay to be a member of the OnlyFans. What are they paying for? I'm just saying. But you have to have a certain amount of discipline in your life to not go astray that way. Because, like, you have to say, no matter what it takes, I'm going to be dedicated to my education, to my career, to, and how do I put this? I'm not condemning anyone who is in the sex working industry, but I'm simply saying, even when you're in it, it's hard for you to get out of it. It's almost like being in a gang. It's hard for you to get out because you get comfortable with the money. You get comfortable with the attention. You get comfortable with the clients. It's a lifestyle. So it's difficult to get out. They do. That's why I said it's difficult to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, once they get into it, because the money, you know what I'm saying? The luxury. It's the luxury. And I think that's what attracts people to it, is that luxury. It's like, oh, I can have a nice car. Oh, I can wear nice clothes. Oh, you know what I mean? Those things. Hey, Aquarian. That type of thing. I think that's what attracts people to OnlyFans, stripping, that type of thing, because it looks appealing and you see cash, hard coat cash, like that. But that money is easily blown quickly because you're used to living an expensive lifestyle. So yeah, you made $3,000 tonight, but rent is $1,000. Your clothes could be $900. The makeup, another $200 or $300. I'm so sorry, Aquarian. I'm so sorry to hear it. I hope everything works out. I do. I hope everything works out for you. And you find something better, because it doesn't. That place hasn't sounded promising since last year. That's more than likely what it is. Retaliation, yeah. And that's not a good environment if you can't speak up and tell the truth. That's not a good environment to be in. Also, I think somebody came in here earlier and was like, just posting a question. I'm not doing free reading. So whoever came in here and was posting a question and expecting me to respond to it, it's a no. It's a no. I don't blame you, Aquarian. I'm pretty sure you can find something better, honey. I'm pretty sure of it. But all of that story about that situation. Okay, love. My prices have changed a little bit. So it's $12.22 for a basic reading. But what was I gonna say? All of that about that lifestyle to say, like, if you really want something in life, you can have it. You just have to stay focused on the goal. It's not really about, the journey is not really about, well, rushing or competing with somebody else to have the bestest, the biggest house, the fanciest, the shiniest car. Like, it's not about being the biggest and best. It's like the end goal, being successful, having enough money to take care of your needs. You know what I mean? Enough to where you can live comfortably, you know, and not have to be in debt, you know. But I think people lose sight of the goal because it's like, oh, if I can get rich quick, then I'm gonna just do this right here. And sometimes, like you said, Divine, I think it starts out as something quick, like they don't plan to do it for long, and then they end up stuck in a situation. You know what I mean? So it's like having the discipline you need to say, I'm gonna stick to this particular thing. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to. Discipline to diet, discipline to grow, discipline to have a healthy connection, you know. Thank you, love. You can drop your question, Aquarian. I think you're the only other person that had one, honestly. And I'll probably be off here in about 10 minutes, so you are right on time. This is like that saying goes, all that glitters is not gold. Let's see. All right, Spirit. I'm going to ask it like this, Aquarian, because that'll give you your answer. Did Ricky push for the write-up? If it's a no, then you know it's Kathy. More than likely. I'm going to reshuffle because these two fell out together. The Hermit has been coming out a lot today. That was my card of the day. That's how it goes, love. That's exactly how it goes. First answer is a no. Ricky, no. You do it 2 more times, and that'll give you your answer. Yeah, I totally understand how you feel. That happened to me one time. And I was like, I got wrote up for something that I wasn't even taught that I shouldn't have done. And I was like, well, now I know. You know? It was the only write-up I've ever had. So I was like, oh well, if you had taught me, I would know. The moderators, those of y'all who are in here now, you might want to copy Happy's what she just posted, copy her post so that y'all can use it later for the updated prices. Thank you to everybody who's updated. Appreciate you. Let's see. 7 of Swords. Thank you, Happily Love. Let's see. 10 of Swords. Did Rick have something to do with it, Spirit? Ooh, Spirit telling all the business today. 10 of Coins. And that's exactly what I would tell the person who said you got to write it. That's exactly what I would tell them. I got 2 no's that it wasn't Ricky that pushed for it. I mean, there's still that slim chance that he could have, but I got a no, so I had to tell you what I got. Let's see what we got here. We got, come on. She might not like you, Aquarius. She might just have, you know, I seen a quote the other day. I swear. I seen a quote the other day. They say sometimes people just don't like you for being you. And it's a very true statement. A lot of times people, and you know what? It's fine to not like somebody, but don't be petty. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Like, if I know I'm doing my job, then don't come out here with the shits. Like, don't come out here trying to make it like I'm not doing my job or I'm not following protocol. Like, that's a no. That's a no. That could be what it was. Okay, so here's what. The DON could be behind this. I'm just saying. King of Swords. Justice is a yes. That's a yes. Judgment is a yes. 2 Cups. There's only one no. Okay, so Ricky, no. Ricky, no. I'm going to ask if Kathy pushed for it. Did Kathy push for it? Ooh, and then I'm going to try to ask for details. If I can get details. Yeah. It has to be somebody who has some type of, you know, like, already ill feelings towards you. Especially if it was all fabricated. You know what I mean? It has to be. If it's all fabricated, it's somebody that just doesn't like you. Yeah, it's just, that's crazy. Did Kathy push for it? We got 5 of Wands. Page of Wands. Let's see. 4 of Cups. Page of Coins. And Four of Wands. So we got the first answer I got was a yes for her. And if she did push it, I feel like she may have been Yeah, you have to be careful, especially with women. Working with women, because women are catty and women do a whole lot of this back and forth. It all sounds terrible. It sounds like you need a whole totally different career, Aquarian. That's what it sounds like to me. Six of Wands, Ace of Coins, the High Priestess, Three of Cups. There's definitely a possibility that Kathy has something to do with it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I agree. I agree. But it's like you just have to use discernment when, like, with what you say. You know that saying, like, you have to be, anything you say can and will be used against you. It's like that, you know? Did Kathy push for it, Spirit? That's why I'm telling you, women can be very catty. The very person smiling in your face could be the very person that turns around and bites you in the ass later. It happens. It happens with clients. It happens with friends. It happens with coworkers. Like, it's like, gosh. Some people thrive off of drama, and when there's no drama, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. So then all of a sudden, you know, you become the problem. I got yeses, a lot of yeses. I got a lot of yeses that she was behind it. She may have had something to do with it somewhere. Yeah, these are all cups. Cups, cups. The star is a yes. The only no is one. So this is a yes. Yep. Straight 3 yeses. Not one single no in a row. So she could have had something to do with it. Spirit, can you tell me why? What's her motive? What is Kathy's motive? There has to be an ulterior motive. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. You know, the Queen of Swords, especially in that type of energy, can completely be a bitch. Completely. But we got the Two of Pentacles here. So she could be dealing with emotional or hormonal issues too. Like, she could struggle to balance out her emotions, and it can affect her at work as well. She could be on medication, but Um, just bitchy, just moody. Oh, I see what this is. She struggles with control issues. That's exactly what it is. She struggles with control issues. It's a power struggle. It's a power struggle. The Emperor with the Two of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords says to me that this is a bitchy person who struggles with power issues. It's a power trip. Aries energy is definitely big ego energy. Like, this person can be that way when they're in, you know, when somebody's imbalanced and they feel the need to constantly be in the spotlight. It's also like an attention whore. So they want, you know, they want to take the credit for all the good things. If something bad goes on, you can't find them. They're nowhere to be found. They're not taking accountability. But if something good goes on, make sure their name is mentioned because they want to be in the spotlight. Also, they want to be the one to tell everybody what to do, how to do it, that type of thing. Nope, we do not. It's a control, it's a power trip. That's what I'm getting with the Emperor. See it? The Emperor and the Two of Pentacles, a power trip. And then you got the Queen of Swords. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Confirmation. The Tower. The Tower is very much big ego energy. It's like pride and ego. That's the issue. The pride and ego here. I've seen all I needed to see. It's like she's focused on being at the top. She's focused on getting to the top, or, you know, that type of thing. Yeah, I think she sees you in your Queen of Swords energy. I think she sees you like as bitchy, or she sees you as someone that likes to, because, you know, you're an Aquarius. So you're very straightforward. You're very blunt about what is not working and what doesn't match, what's not protocol, what should be done, what's not being done. And she may not like that about you. So it's this constant battle with the Two of Pentacles. It's like part of her wants to be kind, but then part of her ego steps in with the Tower and this Emperor card. And then she wants to be in control. Yeah, that would be the motive. That would be the motive if she's the one behind it. Because, you know, tarot's not set in stone, but if she's the one behind it, that would be the motive. It's a power play. It's ego. And a lot of times when it comes to workplace rivalry like that, it usually is egos, a battle of the egos a lot of times. Yeah, I feel that too. With this place that you're at, absolutely. I can feel the tension right here, and I'm not even involved. It's tiring. It's draining. Yeah. Aquarian, if I were you, I'd definitely be trying to find something else ASAP. I wouldn't care what it was for me. As long as I could get away from there, I wouldn't care what I was doing. Happily, love, you can drop your question. You can go ahead and drop your question because you're my last question for the night. I'm closing my list and I'm hopping out of here. Hang on, let me make sure I can see what you said, because girl, my ass. I'm reading it, honey. I'm trying to make sure I read it. I totally understand, Aquarian. It'll get better, love. Don't let them stress you. You're most welcome. Okay, so I got the backstory. Okay. So you did end up reaching out to him to wish him happy birthday. He wanted to hang out with you, but then he unfollows you on Instagram, and that's the kind of shady shit we don't do over here. That's what we don't do over here. That type of behavior. And what I tell you happily, ghosters are chronic. Ghosters are chronic. I told you, if he done ghosted you before, he will do it again. Most ghosters are chronic ghosters. They have no problem disappearing and then blaming it on something else. Lying, making an excuse. Oh, I gotta work. Seriously? Seriously, on your birthday? Really? Well, I can't today. Why can't you today? Why can't you today? Mm-hmm. But then he pushed it off though, right? He said he couldn't go. Yeah, the unfollow could just be an Instagram issue. It could be. But I would, if you see an unfollow, I would just, here's what I was taught as a child. Here's what I was taught as a child. I'm going to share this tip with you. When it comes to men and, that gender, you'd rather not confront them. You know what I mean? You want to put things in a question form. Hey, I'm just wondering, I saw that it looks like you unfollowed me on Instagram. Is everything okay? Are we good? See what I'm saying? So then he has to explain if he unfollowed you. He's going to confirm, give you an explanation. I'm sorry, my phone was messing up, blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? Put it in a question form. Now, he was in happy spirits his birthday, but you said that he canceled. He said Wednesday. He said he couldn't Wednesday because he has to work. So the next question is, so when are you available? You see what I'm saying? When are you available? If you're really on good terms with me, why can't we go out and spend time together? Because remember, he missed you and wanted to see you. He probably won't. Because I feel like he's confused. That's what I feel. I feel like he's confused. Especially if he didn't really actually unfollow you. He might be like, what is she talking about? What the Pisces is. What is the possibility of the Pisces responding to Happy's text? What is the possibility? Yes or no? Okay. Let's see. He's going to be a little bit guarded now because, like I said, I feel like his energy, like right now, he's kind of like confused because he's like, he does miss you. He does want to see you. He wants to talk to you. But then you tell him you're not going to bother him anymore. You took offense to him unfollowing you. And he's like, you're doing too much. Like, I wanted to see you. I have to work. From his perspective, I have to work. So I couldn't do it when you wanted to do it. But I do want to see you. So now you're telling me you don't want to see me. Which one is it? Which one is it? Mm-hmm. And I think you sent him that text message because you were being impulsive. Happily, you're being a little bit impulsive. You got scared that he was dipping out on you, and so you sent him this message because you immediately kind of felt like you know, that he might not follow through. Instead of just letting him decide when he wants to spend time. Let's find out. Spirit, what's the possible outcome? What possible actions might the Pisces take towards family at this point? We got the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. He's probably more than likely okay, I'll ask that question. Four of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. It looks like he's just kind of gonna distance himself because he kind of feels low-key like butthurt. Like maybe it was just a missed opportunity between you two, but he's just gonna be, you know, dealing with work. He's in his divine masculine energy, so he's gonna be focused on himself, his needs, and what he's got going on. Let's see. Yeah, the Hangman. He's just kind of letting go and going with the flow. Kind of going with the flow. Two of Pentacles. Yeah. He's trying to juggle what he's got going on. Two of Wands. He's staying focused on his money, his job, work. The Eight of Wands. There's a possibility that he might reach out to you. He might reach out to you because he's confused. Five of Wands. He's confused. It's conflictual. There's a mental conflict. Like, what? Wait, whoa, what? Because he was wanting this to be successful. So right now he's focused on work and, you know, bills and responsibilities and obligations. That's what it looks like. But there is a possibility that he might reach out. So, because we got the Eight of Wands here. Spirit, was the unfollow, was that an Instagram glitch? I can tell you why. A lot of times because men don't like feeling treated like they're being watched. They don't like feeling treated like you're hovering over them. And sometimes it could be for the wrong reasons, like he's doing sneaky stuff, like he's got other people on there, you know what I'm saying, on his account that he doesn't want to be seen. It can be, but it could just be honestly that he doesn't want to create a scene. Because social media, women tend to jump to conclusions a lot. Because if you follow each other on social media, he could very easily see a guy posted on your page and make an assumption. Or a guy comment on a post that you made and make an assumption. You know? So some people don't like to follow each other on social media for that reason. What was the Instagram? A glitch. Unfollow. Was that a glitch? And it could definitely have been a glitch because I know in the past few days I've had to uninstall Instagram, turn off my phone, and reinstall it. Yeah, and see, that's what I'm saying. When you follow each other on social media, people's emotions, especially if you're friends or whatever y'all are, I don't know, but people's emotions get heated, you know? So they're like, I better not follow. I better not follow. Because I don't want to get my feelings hurt. That's how men are. They don't want to get hurt, so they try to prevent it before it even happens. I got a yes. It was just an Instagram situation, was just a glitch. Got a yes. Spirit, was it just a glitch? I like to do these in threes. I like to do these in threes. I'm confirming. The first one was a yes. We'll see how this second one turns out. Oops, Spirit said no. Oh, and it's a solid no. It's a solid no. Okay, so it was not just a glitch. I got the moon here. So he intentionally unfollowed you. Oh, the moon is a definite no. When the moon comes up, the other cards do not matter. It's a no. He unfollowed you on purpose because he probably saw that racy story and was like, skirt, nope, back it up. Yeah, he probably felt some type of way. And he's a Pisces too? What? Yeah, he definitely felt some type of way. I don't think so because I had the 8 of Wands and that tells me there's a possibility that he might reach out. That's what that tells me. Yeah, that wasn't no glitch. That was on purpose. He unfollowed you on purpose. And you know, he could have unfollowed you on purpose so that it made you aware that he can see what you post. Just to let you know, I see what you're doing. I see you. Basically. Let me ask. I'm going to use my other deck here to see. Is it over? So what's a possible outcome between the Pisces and happily? Possible outcome. Ooh, 10 of Wands. Burden, overwhelmed, stress. King of Cups. There's still love here. He still has feelings here. Possible outcome, Spirit. He might take the risk and reach out to you with the Fool. Yeah, he still sees you as a Queen of Pentacles. But he's going to be very guarded. He's going to be very guarded. But he might be open to healing this connection. But he is going to be very distant with the 4 of Cups. Because he does feel a very strong connection to you. But I feel like he feels some type of way about what he saw. I feel like he feels some type of way. Possible outcome. Yeah, he might just go in hermit mode, not really say too much. And we got death. So, I mean, this could be over happily, just being honest with you, because I have the Hermit, Seven of Wands, and Death here. Not to mention the Ten of Wands, because there's been a little drama. This could be over. But there's a possibility that he wants to reconcile, Six of Cups. So right now, he's not doing anything. Right now, he's just kind of stuck in limbo with the Hangman here. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. But I mean, hey, even if he don't reach out, he's not the most consistent when it comes to his communication anyway. Just saying, you know? So I wouldn't be too bothered by it, because, I mean, his communication is spotty anyway. Yeah. But I had this feeling that he might reach back out to you. Let me know how it goes. Keep me updated. But I feel like he might. He might be like, you know, I really miss her, so I might just reach out. You never know. There's always that possibility. But I do feel like he feels some type of way about your story. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're welcome, love. Thank you for hopping in. Thank you for coming in to help moderate. I might go live this weekend. We'll see. Saturday. It'll be Saturday because Sunday I have to work. So I'll let y'all know for sure Friday what time if I go live Saturday morning. Good night, y'all. Much love to y'all.